Greetings, warriors! My name's Pretty, and welcome back to I Played a Gacha for a week and, well, reviewed it. This time, we've got Genshin Impact. So yeah, we've got Genshin Impact. I'm very excited to talk about this game, to be honest. It's kind of consumed my life for a little bit. So if you haven't seen my first episode, things are going to be different from that, but also I'm just going to explain everything here, so you don't need to watch the first one. But pretty much what I'm going to be doing is I play a gacha for a week, and then I review it. Self-explanatory. Wow, I'm repeating myself. For this video, we're going to start with the gameplay and the story, talking about how well I enjoyed it, / things that I think need to improve. 2, we're going to talk about the gacha element, the actual summoning / pulling, and the currencies that are involved. And the final part of the game aspect is we're going to be talking about the user interface, talking about how well things flow, and if things are intuitive, boring stuff that still matters. And, we'll end it with my conclusion. So, let's go into the wonderful world of Genshin Impact. And welcome to Leeway, because this is where I got in the game. If you're not familiar with Genshin Impact at all, people compare it to Breath of the Wild a lot, and I'd say it's a fitting comparison. It's open world, you explore, you collect stuff, and you fight stuff. Pretty simple. Before I dive in too deep, I want to open up my quests and show you how far I've gotten in terms of story quests and the Archon quest, which is the main story. So currently, I'm only in Chapter 1, Act 1 of the main story. For the story quests, I'm in Lupus Minor Chapter Act 1, and I haven't started the other one. But I just wanted to give that heads up, because there will be spoilers, maybe, depending on how I want to talk about this, to this point for story. And let's just start going around Genshin. So here's pretty leeway. So pretty standard stuff for gameplay. We've got characters on our right, so that we could switch between by clicking numbers. And there's a cooldown, so I can't show you all my characters. But I will talk about the characters in the actual gacha portion, but I like her. I like her a lot. So, let's just show you the gameplay itself. So here we got the nice big map that I have yet to really fully explore, because they tell you, exploration progress. And oh boy, this game is very big. Most of my time in the week that I played, okay, it was a little over a week, but I've been procrastinating this video, okay? But most of the time that I was spent in this game was in Mondstadt. This area here. I barely went into the mountain. The mountain scares me, okay? But most of my time was spent in Mondstadt, because it's the starting area. Leeway is just the next section. As you can see, I've done a lot of exploring, just because I hate having the map unexplored when I need to go places. And now I'm at a point where, hey, look, red border. That red border is there to force you to not go further, because there are enemies that are too high level for you, which is, I think, is nice. However, there are some times when it doesn't do that. For example, this mountain. I hate this mountain. When I first arrived here, I was like, ooh, a quest, let's go do it. And then I am greeted with level 33 monsters, and I'm level 20 or so, and I was like, okay, bye, I'm not coming back. So that aspect is nice. I love how much there is to explore. However, I hate walking. Okay, let's go over to Minlin. I'm not sure if I'm saying everything correctly, because words are word. But we're in Midland. I gotta say though, graphics of this game are beautiful, and I really adore the art style. So here we go. I'm gonna just get to the ground. I like living on the edge. So, like in Breath of the Wild, you get stamina. So normal walking, you don't take any stamina, but if you run, you take stamina. And running is just so dang convenient. I run out so quickly. So quickly. But this is pretty much like what you're going to be doing in Genshin is you run and then you stop for a while and then you're walking and then you fight. So the goal of the game is to create elemental combos. See, like I just got Super Conduct. And it oh hey, I didn't take any fall damage, but I'm teleporting out of there because I don't want to be there. So it was a perfect example of how I play this game. Oh boy. Okay, so let's actually get back into combat and let me properly show you how combat works without me, just jumping off the face of the map. I mean, it wasn't off the face of the map. I still landed, and there was there was a fight there, but I didn't want to do that fight because I don't like those guys yet. And where? Oh, you're a unlucky one. Okay. I will fight this guy and his little friends. So, the key point of combat is switching between elements. So Rhydon's Shogun is Electro. So she inflicts, oh my, you are big and scary. Okay. And Chongyong does, cryo. Makes you go ice. Mona is water. So I make people have water effects. And each of them stack in a way that kind of works together. And the point is you switch through your characters a lot. If you play like me, you don't do that. You just stand Rhydon's Shogun because she's fun and she goes brr. She goes brr. And she's so fun. I love her sound effects and Okay. And then you collect stuff. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And after you beat a boss or a camp, you usually get a chest, which gives you some stuff, and sometimes it'll give you codes, and sometimes it'll give you primogens, which I will talk about in the Gacha element. But that's pretty much the basics of this game. And then, that's pretty much it. You explore, you fight, and then you do story stuff. And you get daily quests, which I should do one now as I talk, because I think it'll show off a gripe I have with this game. I hate the quests. I really hate them. It's what you would expect, to be honest. And if you haven't played Genshin, then if you played, you know, and if you haven't played, you'll find out. So, for daily quests, you go and talk to somebody, and you ask them, and then you talk, and you're like, okay. And then most of the time, you just go to talk to another person. Oh, but this one we actually get to clear out monsters. That's nice. But a lot of the quests are, you talk to person A, you go to person B, you talk to person B, you go back to person A, and it's tiring. There's so much to read, and honestly, I skip most of the side quests. For the main story quests, I do read them because I want to actually talk about the story, and I like Genshin's story so far. Again, I'm not really too far, so I haven't really experienced a lot of what makes Genshin good, because I am a baby and it takes so long to get through the story quests and to actually level up, because story quests are locked behind your adventure rank. which takes a long time to level up. Trust me, I'm like level 23, I think. And yes, I've been playing for a week. However, I've been playing like every day for multiple hours on end. And if you are a new player who doesn't want to spend too much time on this game, you will have a lot of problems with getting to further yourself in the progress. Which, I get it, it's fine, you want to be strong enough leveled, but it's tedious. That's a thing I've got for this game. It's tedious sometimes. Because, like, let me just... Food. Food is a lovely thing that exists, and it mainly is your source of healing, / resurrection, / buffs. I mainly, literally, everything I get, I make sure I can use it for a healing recipe or a resurrection recipe. Because, I need to use the other stuff, yes, but... it's a struggle. I wish that there was a once a day inn that you can go to, that you just do it once a day, once per day, that you can just heal your characters. I would really appreciate that, because sometimes I'm like, okay, I know I'm going into a boss fight, I'm low on supplies, guess what I have to do for the next 3 hours? Go get supplies. Which is not fun. I'd rather, like, be fighting and enjoying the story than gathering supplies. So I wish in that aspect it was a little bit better. As for the story itself, pretty much your character has been thrown into this world, and some god stole your brother / sister, and you want to find them back. Pretty simple, and it takes you throughout, I'm assuming, all of the 7 continents, or 7 countries. I believe it's 7. I think it's 7. And you go and meet and have adventures, and most of the time meet the gods, except in the case of, Leeway's god, the Geo-Archon. If you've played, you know what I'm talking about. At least to the point where I am. Who knows, maybe something changes. But that's pretty much the basic premise of the story, and then you go through and you help the country with the problems that it's having, and then move on. At least that's the vibe I get from it, from playing the paralogue, and literally barely any part of the first actual chapter. So it's not bad. I do like a lot of the characters in it. The character writing in this game is pretty fantastic, in my opinion. And just overall, I would have to give the gameplay and the story like a nice solid 7 out of 10. I just wish it wasn't so tedious sometimes. I wish that there was a skip button. There is no skip button for dialogue, because like, let me go back to the guy that I gotta talk to. I'm just gonna teleport because I'm lazy. I have the teleportation waypoint. I could just teleport. But yeah, watch, like, see, I don't care what he's going to say, but I still have to listen to him. Oh no, I fell. That happens a lot. Yeah, I fell a lot. So yeah, I don't care, and I just can't skip. Did you hear the clicking? You might have not heard the clicking, but it was like this. Because I just don't care. There's no skip button. I want there to be a skip button. So besides adding a skip button, giving the inn just to heal once per day, I think is fantastic. One thing I forgot to mention, combat can get a little samey sometimes, because I know I was doing an awful job showing off my combat skills because I'm trying to both talk and play at the same time, and it's very challenging. But most of the time what I just do is go in with Chongyong, do his E, switch to Raiden Shogun, use her E, and then switch to Mona and just go wee underwater and have things poop out of me, and then I just rotate around. I literally only have Amber to do boom, boom, and with fire. That's literally the only reason I have her. And I know that'll change, like, as I get more characters, but, you know, that's a whole separate thing that we're going to be talking about. I think everything in this game is beautiful. I just wish it wasn't so tedious, you know? I get it's supposed to be a little grindy, but for a person that has very limited time in their day and probably in the future won't be spending like 3 hours playing Genshin, I'd like, you know, for my play sessions to have a little more substance. So that's why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the gacha element. Because, of course, that's what we need to care about, because they have pretty characters, and, you know, so I mentioned Primogems. It is the currency that you use to either summon or purchase the Intertwined Fates and the Aquient Fate. I was advised to not spend any Primogems on the blue ones, so I'm going to tell you, don't spend any on the blue ones. You get the blue ones eventually. And so from my understanding of the gacha, we've got the character event wish, where they introduce a new character, where, you know, you see Raiden Shogun, and then you have characters that are on it, like being featured. Then you have weapon events wishes, where, you know, you have weapons, which I'm gonna be honest, I have not summoned on this, have not summoned on a weapons banner, and I will tell you why in a little bit. And then we've got standard wishes, which I'm assuming is the usual, like, always there type thing. That's why you get a different currency for it. Now, the actual summoning. So, it takes 160 Primogems to get one Intertwined Fate. Now, you're thinking, 160? That's not bad, right? That's not bad. It's just 160. Think again, my friend. Think again. So, when you clear camps, sometimes you can get Primogems. You get like 2 for that. For achievements, you get between 5 and 10. For just quests and stuff, you can get between 10 and I think the highest I've seen is 60, but that was a long quest. So it takes a while to accrue enough Primogems to do a 10 summon, which I have. But I'm not going to show you the 10 summon because I already have Shogun, and I don't. I know that there's a system to leveling up the constellations, but I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now. So I'm just going to show you how one pull looks. Now, if you had a 10 pull, you would see, obviously, more streaks of light. And now I know that was a 3-star weapon. 3-star weapon. The rates for this game, I have problems with. Let's just head on into the details, shall we? First off, I appreciate having details. I think it's very nice. However, I also dislike it because it's not very... You can look at it and be like, yes, I understand the gacha system. No, you have to read. You have to read a lot. I like that they show what you get for each category and which ones have an increased rate. I like that. However, these rates, look at this. 6.6% for a 5-star character. 0.6. Now, there is luckily a pity system where if you don't get a 5-star character within 99 pulls, you get a guaranteed one on your 100th. I've done some research, and some people say that there's an unofficial pity where like the 75th one will be a 5-star. I'm not too sure on that because it's not officially stated, but it just hurts. I understand I'm coming from a gacha, Fire Emblem Heroes, where the gacha gate rate is really good, all things considered. 0.6. And here's the thing. So, with Raiden, she's the featured 5-star, right? She has a 50% chance of this 0.6 to come. And the rest of the 50% is split between the other 5 stars. That's insane to me. Just thinking of that. Because, again, I'm going to bring up Heroes. You have base value, 3% to get one of the 5-star focuses. You have a 3% rate to get any of the 5 stars. And all in total, it's a 6% chance for a 5-star. 6% versus 0.6%. It just... I personally think it's really disgusting. However, 4-star characters do work. They work. But look at that. 5.1% for the base probability of a 4-star. That means literally all of the time, 94% of the time, you are getting a 3-star, not even a character, a weapon. I mean, it's great to actually level up weapons and stuff, but I just have, let me show you my inventory. And I will say, I did spend money on this game because I really, really wanted Shogun. I'm sorry. I'm admitting that I did spend money on this game to get her. So things are going to be a little skewed for me. But I just, look at this. Look at this. All of these weapons. All of these 3-star weapons. They're great for leveling things up. But it's exhausting to me personally. Let me show you my characters that I did get to summon because I can feature them. So we got Shogun, Raiden Shogun, who is best. We got Chongyong, we got Mona. So my only 2 5-stars on this account are these 2. And I did a lot of pulls to get her. Because first I've grinded this game to heck and back, and then 2, I spent money. So, and then we got Amber, which is a free unit. Myself, which is a free unit. Noelle, which is a guaranteed free unit. Sucrose, which was from the banner for Raiden. Kaya, which is a free unit. Sarah, which was from Raiden's banner. Lisa, free unit. Jingling from her banner. Fischl from the banner. Razor from the banner. And Barbara, free unit.
I wonder when I'll be a
so, which is not bad. I do have quite a few characters to go through, but honestly, I just stick to these 4 and use Sucrose maybe for wind stuff and Noelle for earth stuff, and that's it. So, I absolutely hate the gacha system in Genshin. I think it's probably the worst aspect of it. The actual summoning, looks really nice. It's quick, it's catchy, and when you get a 5-star, that blue light turns gold. And it's exciting. You're like, ooh, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Is it gonna be the thing that I want because it's a 0.6% to get it? I hope so, because I'm gonna go crazy if it's not. And just, I hate the gacha system. I hate it. Now that I have her, I'm just gonna be hoarding all of my stuff. I have no need. I mean, of course I would love to collect more characters because I gotta say, the designs in Genshin are nice. Are very, very nice because just they look so good. And I think they excel in creating characters that are memorable and unique, because I've seen so many of these guys just on the internet because people love them. And to be fair, they're great. I hate the gacha. I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. If it didn't have that pity rate, which is an awful pity rate, mind you, I would give it a 0. So that's my opinion on the gacha. Big yikes. Now, let's move on to something a little more boring where I won't scream at my mic. The user interface. I personally think the user interface is really sleek and clean. However, I don't remember what any of the buttons do. Or, well, like, commands. Shortcuts. There we go. I know C opens up the characters, because C for characters, B for bag, M for map, and that's it. That's literally all I remember. I don't remember what anything else is. I mainly just press escape and open up this. Now, do you see a problem? Take a look. Take a look at this grid. Take a look. And now take a look here. Do you see something missing? The battle pass and the character icon have red exclamation points. But when we come in here, there's no red exclamation point. I wish that they synced them, because when I don't know what any of the shortcuts are, except for character, I have to go here and be like, okay, which one do I need again? Because I don't remember. I have a short memory, and I'm just like, this one, this is the one I need. And I just wish it would have been a nice quality of life update, because, like, we got little notices here, and I think that's very nice to have. It makes it a lot easier. Well, I need to check information, because, you know. Okay. So, I think it's very clean, though, because it's very straightforward, to the point, especially this main menu, because you get to see everything, you get to see the words, you get to see notices, you can take photos, you can easily check your mail, you change the time here, which is a fun mechanic. Like, let's watch the time go. Wee. Ready? Wee goes the time! And I like that element. It's kind of gimmicky, you know, when you're actually, like, playing the game, because it'll be like, hey, guess what? Can you wait here until the bar is, like, open at night? And I'm just like, it's night. Okay, I guess I gotta just go through again. And I think that's fine. And then you got your settings, which are very intuitive. I love the effects that they do for the settings. Like, look at this little glittery touch. Like, they didn't need to do that. I love how customizable things are. You can see all of my lovely, settings and stuff. And I like that it's controllable. However, when you are in a dungeon, you don't get the option to press escape and be like, I'm just new at this game, and I realize that my archer doesn't have very good mouse sensitivity for me. Let's press escape and go into my settings. Oh, it wants me to leave the domain? Well, guess I'm stuck. And I wish I could press escape, at least for limited functions, because it would be really nice to just adjust some settings when you're new to the game. One thing I do like about the user interface is it doesn't shove that it's a gacha game in front of your face, which is really nice. Like, here's Wish. And there you go. It doesn't have some, like, annoying thing at the top being like, hey, guess what? There's a thing going on. You better summon on it. You better spend your currency. So I appreciate that. It's very good user interface in my opinion. So I'm gonna give that a nice 9 out of 10. I wish they would transfer the exclamation points, please. It would make so much more sense to me. And finally, we're just gonna wrap up with my final thoughts. I really do enjoy Genshin. I really do. There's just some things that I wish were better. Like, honestly, I hate the gacha system, and I hated pulling on it. I felt disgusting. I felt like my life was leaving my body. Being like, oh, I got one character, and 9 weapons. Yay. I understand that this is a long-term game where grinding is going to be necessary both for leveling characters, for leveling weapons and artifacts, and I don't even talk about the artifacts. Artifacts, I don't understand. I do sets and that's it. Which is probably bad. People who play Genshin are probably screaming at me right now, but I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm playing the game as I play it. I'm not good at video games, okay? But I get that it's grindy, but I just wish there were some elements that were a little more streamlined. Like, I could not imagine playing this game on my phone. I literally could not, because this is a type of game where you have to sink yourself into. If it was on the Switch, which I think it's coming out on the Switch or something, please correct me if I'm wrong, but if it was on the Switch, perfect. If it's on my computer, perfect. If it's on my phone or tablet, because that's how I originally started playing Genshin. A long time ago, my friend got into Genshin and was like, hey, you should try it. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And I tried it on my phone, and I was like, oh my god, I hate it. I hate the controls. I hate it. And then a little while later, I was like, okay, I'm going to try it again because the characters look really pretty and it seems like a really fun game. And I picked it up on my tablet because I was like, hey, maybe a bigger screen will make it feel better. I hated it even more. I couldn't hold my tablet and I'm just like, ow, my hands hurt. I think Genshin is perfect on the PC. So that's why I'm not dinging it on like real-time combat, because I'm sitting at my computer and I'm allocating time to actually play. I just wish it wasn't so grindy and tedious. Give me a skip button, please. That's all I ask of you. And improve your gacha system. I might be the only one who hates it. Maybe other people are like, hey, what are you talking about? Genshin's gacha is amazing. You're just stupid. And hey, I'm stupid. You know, I am. But I'm going to keep playing Genshin. At the very least, I'm going to try to log in every day and get all of the login rewards. I might not play for 2 hours on end, which I have been doing to play this game to really thoroughly sink myself into it. Maybe I'll have long nights where I stream with a friend to play Genshin, hint hint. But yes, I will be playing this game. Will I be spending more money on this game? No. I absolutely hated the gacha system. I got the pretty lady that I wanted. Out of all of the characters I've seen in Genshin, she's my favorite, which is saying something, because originally when I first saw this game, Mono was my favorite, and because space and constellations and stuff, but she's my favorite. I'm not spending any more money on this game because I hate the gacha. Hate it. It's already eaten a lot of my money, and I'm done. I'm done spending money. So, yeah, that's my review on Genshin Impact. I hope it was a little more structured than my Pokemon Masters EX one, and I hope it was a little more enjoyable because I actually could like show things off in the game better, and you know, at the ends of these videos where I deep dive into a gacha, I want to take a moment to either thank somebody who's really influential in my life for the game in particular, so like I'm gonna be shouting out the friend that I've talked about a little bit, so, or you know, in future games shout out like a new aspiring creator for said game. And so go ahead and follow me on my Twitter or my Discord I will announce in advance before I record the videos of like, hey, I'm recording a video on XXXXXX. So give me creators that are, you know, important to you that played this game. Just as a fun thing. I tried doing it in my Pokemon Masters one and I did it poorly. So I want to try to improve because I want to be better. So this shout out is going to be my friend, Ree Piper. And I'm just gonna throw her stuff on the screen here. She's new to streaming, and because I pushed them, I pushed them into doing it because I was like, hey, I'm doing a Genshin video. Hey, and of course they wanted to do it and had their own, reasons, but they are just such a near and dear friend to me that I couldn't imagine life without them, and I really want to help them get their streaming life on the right foot. They're working on using mics and stuff because family situation at home is kind of chaotic for them right now. And someday they'll use a mic, which I'm hoping you will. Ray Piper, I'm talking about you. But yeah, they're just really near and dear to my heart, and I want them to get all the love that they deserve. So go ahead and give them a follow on Twitch. I'll put their link down below. With that said, what are your thoughts on Genshin? Do you love Genshin? Do you play Genshin? Have you dropped Genshin? Are you interested in getting back into Genshin? Because I would like more people to play with. There is co-op. I have not tested the co-op yet. But yeah, I'd love to just talk about it. Have a conversation. So, what games do you want to see me play next? I got a lot of recommendations in my last one, which was kind of crazy. There's a lot to go through. But the next one, I will say, is going to be on World Flipper, which should be a spicy video. I'm not saying why, but I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a spicy video. So, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Keep fighting your battles, and I will see you next time. Toodaloo!